Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Maria. I live on a beautiful 40 acres in South Australia with my husband Andrew, a pet cow, a kelpie called Kirra, some chickens and two gorgeous ponies. So this is Colm. Colm is, he's approximately 14 hands. I haven't had him officially measured, and he's a connemara pony. He's been out today living his best life with no rug on, so he's pretty dirty, and of course having a grey, that's what happens. So this is us just in our paddock. This is Bella. So Bella is approximately between 14.1 and 14.2. She is a stock horse Arab cross, and I take Bella out competing. I do low amateur, low level dressage, so we're just at the beginning of our journey. So the tests that we do at the moment are just the prep test. So there's a walk trot test. We are working on canter, but until I get her balanced, I'm happy just to stick with the low level, and we're going to slowly work our way up through the levels of dressage, and I'm hoping and I'm really excited to take you along on our journey. Colmy hasn't been out and about very much. He's just coming back into work. As you can see, he's a bit overweight. He needs a bit of a bit of exercise. And so I'll be starting to get him fit and get him out, hopefully out and about, probably next year, because at the moment we're in the middle of winter and finding the time to work both of them is pretty tricky, as it's pretty dark in the mornings and then it's dark when I get home from work at night. So my husband and I own a hairdressing salon. I'm a hairdresser, and we own a salon in the town close to where we live, so it's only about 10 minutes down the road, which is really convenient. But I do work full time, so yeah, it's a lot to manage the property. Andrew does most of the work around the property, but of course I look after my babies out here. And just to get the work in, and Bella. Belly loves a bum scratch. Oh, her face. Look at her face in as well. Oh, she loves it. This is what she does. She's a bit like well, they're both like oversized dogs, really. I go to give her a pat. I like the front end, but she always shows me the bum so she can get a bum scratch. She absolutely loves. I don't know if you can see her face there. I'll try and get her face in. And Colmy's now looking on going, where's my scratch? I'd like a scratch too, please. So these are my babies. And as you can see, we're winter, so the grass is really long. It's pretty muddy. We've had excessive rainfall, so everything's really soggy and wet. So that makes it really hard to get the work in to the ponies. I am fortunate to have a round yard with sand, so I have got somewhere relatively dry where we can ride, and I'll do some videos of us training. Here's Belly turning around to have a look. She's like, what are you doing? So this YouTube business is all new to me, but I love watching. I learn so much. I get so inspired by other people that are out there vlogging and showing their lessons, and just their fantastic journeys with their ponies. So I figured, why not give it a go? So here I am giving it a go. I'm hoping that I can inspire, and maybe you may learn something from things that I've done and things that I've learned along the way. I grew up horse riding as a child, so my mum rode. So my sister and I had ponies. Well, we actually started on a donkey, and then we had a really, really naughty, cheeky Shetland who really teaches you how to ride. And then we progressed up through ponies, and I had a beautiful part Arab little chestnut gelding who was my everything as I was growing up. I got him when I was 9, and he was about 2.5. And we did just low level, small one-day events, and did quite a bit of dressage, which I really enjoyed. I enjoyed the one-day eventing as well, but as the jumps got bigger, it was a bit scary. Here's Belly. She's going, stop talking and keep scratching. yeah, so that was my journey growing up. And then through probably my late 20s and all of my 30s, I didn't ride. My pony went up to my mum's property and she rode him and looked after him for me. But then I got back into it when we bought the property, which was about 8 years ago. And I was really confronted and quite surprised getting back into riding again, the confidence, the really low confidence, and feeling like a real fish out of water. So it has been quite a journey to gain that confidence back. Bella has been fantastic for that. We actually bought Bella for my husband just to potter around on the farm. We bought her from a client of mine. She has I suppose she's like a station horse. She just runs an Arab stallion out with a whole heap of stock horse mares, and they bring them in when they're around 2 and they just green break them and sell them on. So she was a green horse, he's a green rider. So I was like, oh, well, I'll get on and start, my eyes watering. I'll get on and start, you know, working her and put a bit of, so she's got some walk, trot and stop for him. And I just fell in love with her. She's so cruisy. She's so easy. She's easy to take out. She is. She's been great to build my confidence. Not that I thought I would have to, but I did. And yes, I suppose part of my motivation for the channel also is to share, yeah, what I went through to get to this point where I'm now more confident. I'm driving the float by myself. I'm loading and unloading on my own. So the floating and towing was a bit of an issue as well. And yeah, I've got my seat back. I feel like really gained the confidence back again. So I suppose it's about me sharing that and the vulnerabilities and the good with the bad and everything in between. So I hope you enjoy the channel. I'm gonna introduce you to the other animals on the farm. We've got a pet cow, some chickens. Like I said, we've got the kelpie. We do also have sheep at the moment, but we've done 8 years of sheep and lambing, and we've decided that we're going to call it quits with the sheep. So I will show you some of the lambs because they're cute. We've actually just weaned them off from their mums. So they're learning to live life. This is only I think it's the first day that they've gone without their mums, which always seems a bit sad, but mums need a bit of a break now because the lambs have got quite big. So yeah, we did that yesterday. That was fun in the mud. But yeah, so I'll show you a bit of the sheep, but the sheep won't feature for very long. Oh, I suppose they will for a while. We'll have them for a little while, but yeah, so it's mainly the horses. So my content will mainly be horses. I take Bella out to dressage once a month. So we'll take you along for the ride, and I hope you enjoy. And here comes Bucket. Come on, mate. He loves his treats. Everyone on the farm loves their treats. Oops, he wants I've got a cup of tea. You want my tea, Bucket? You can't have my tea. Whoops, sorry. I've got some oranges and some carrots here for him. He loves them. There you go. He is so huge. He has like the biggest head I've ever seen. He's very cute. Whoops. Sorry. Filming's not very good, is it? I'll just tip him out. Here we go. And here's Kirra. This is Kirra, our kelpie. She's looking for a treat as well. What is she going to pinch? What are you going to pinch out of there, Kirra? Don't you drink my tea? Oh, you'll probably knock it over. So this is Kirra the kelpie. What's she? Ah, she's got an orange. I don't know what she thinks she's going to do with it, but that'll be hilarious. No, she's like, nah, I don't want the orange. What else is in there? What else is in there, Kirra? An apple. Yeah. We better give Bucket. Did you hear him? Can hear him. He's waiting patiently for more treats. Here we go, big boy. Here we go. Here we go. We'll hoover them up. So this is Bucky. So Bucket actually belongs to a client of mine from the hair salon. She had him registered somewhere, and I don't know, they needed to spray their paddocks or something, so she needed somewhere else to keep him. So at the time we had another cow, and so we said, oh, he can come to our place and keep our other cow company. And yeah, so he's just stayed. He's been here for quite a few years now. He's kind of part of the furniture. The kids love him. All the kids that come out, they feed him, and you almost think their whole arm's going to go up in his mouth because his mouth is so huge. But yeah, we love having him around. He's good fun. Unfortunately, the other cow that we had, she decided that she would like to climb the fences and kept getting out, so she needed to go. But as I mentioned earlier, we're going to get rid of the sheep, and what we're going to do is actually buy a few steers, and yeah, so he'll have some more friends. And we do on neighbouring properties. We have 40 acres, so next door to us is another 40-acre property, and the other side is a 20-acre property. And on the 20 acres, they have one pet cow. So these guys, Bucket and her cow, kind of can see each other through the boundary fence. And then on the other 40 acres, they have beef cattle up there. So he's surrounded by cattle anyway. So it's not like he's alone. And he actually prefers to hang out. He likes to be in this paddock here, which is right near the house. I will pan around. Andrew won't be happy because he hasn't mowed the lawn. But that's the house up there. So he's pretty close to the house, and that's what he really enjoys. We have had him out in the back paddocks, but he just calls out all the time. He just wants to be back here with us. He likes seeing the dog. I think he likes the chickens, and yeah, just likes seeing us around the place. But he's pretty cool. So this is Bucket. And here is our 3 little chickens. We did have 12 for quite a while, but we had some really bad fox problems, like I mentioned, with the lambs, but also the fox was unfortunately hanging around during the day as well. And I like to free range the hens. They've got this lovely big space here which they can free range in and get all the lovely green grass, but of course that meant with the fox coming through the day, he actually came and took out a whole heap one Sunday morning while we were in cooking breakfast, unfortunately. So these girls were locked up. I mean, they've got quite a large enclosure, which is that one there. Oh, everything's full of weeds at the moment because we've had so much rain. And they were locked up in there for quite a while because I was too scared to let them out, but we managed to have someone come out and shoot the big fox that was the culprit. And since then things have settled down, but we do have another persistent fox that I've noticed hanging around a little bit in the mornings. So I'm a bit wary letting them out, and I'm a bit wary about getting any more hens, but eventually I will, because only one of these girls is laying, so we only get 1 egg a day. And I do like my eggs in the morning for breakfast. So eventually we'll get some new ones, and we'll have a big flock of chickens again. Yeah, that'll be lovely. I find chickens so fascinating. They're lovely to watch, and they really do make great pets. They're really fascinating. If you've ever had chickens, you probably can relate. Some people are really scared of chickens, but yeah, I just love them. I think they're great. And they pick about they have quite distinct characters. Anyway, there's our 3 hens. I thought I'd close out down here by the lambs. I don't know if you can see them in the background there, the sheep and the lambs. They're all hanging around the fence because the mums are in that other paddock. So they're still quite close to mum, but yeah, they can't get to them. So hopefully the mum's milk will dry up. That normally takes, I'm looking in the wrong spot, I always do that. I'm looking at the sheep in in the phone. Sorry about that. Anyway, so this is the other, sort of the front half of our 40 acres. So I'll just pan around a little bit. You can see the beautiful big gum trees. Yeah, we're really lucky that we've got some, my eyes still watering, we've got some hills, we've got a bit of undulating hilly land, and then where I've got the horses is probably the flatter, that's the flatter side of the property. We've got a beautiful dam down the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, you can hear the sheep calling out. So yeah, this is the sheep and just a bit more of the property. And I suppose as the vlogs go on, you'll get to see more and more. Yeah, when I was showing you Bucket, you could see the lawn and the house. So the house is situated pretty much in the middle of the 40 acres, which is nice. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed meeting the animals, and I'm so excited about doing the vlogging. I may not get it all right all of the time, and I apologise in advance. I've got new equipment. I just got some microphones and tripod and pivot, so I'll do my best, but all that kind of stuff is going to be a big learning curve for me to get it all set up. And yeah, so I hope you liked. So please subscribe. If you can leave a comment of encouragement, I would really appreciate it. And give me a thumbs up to let me know that you enjoyed. And yeah, if you subscribe, that means that you'll get notification, and click the little bell button. You'll get notification of when I've put a new vlog out. So yeah, anyway, nice to have spent this time with you, and hope to spend more time with you. So bye for now.